everyone! So today I figured I'm gonna make a little tutorial how I make stickers on my Cricut, just like these. So I have two different laminates. I have just a regular glossy laminate, and then I have this laminate, and this is the one I'm gonna be using today, but everything still applies, it's the same thing. I'm sorry if you can hear my camera focusing and unfocusing though. I don't have a microphone right now, so let's get started. So before we start the whole design part, I'm gonna just go through materials that you're gonna be needing. So for stickers, you want the light grip mat. Otherwise, if you use a standard grip mat, they're gonna start curling when you peel them off. I know she's kind of dirty right now, but she still works. As for sticker paper, you can use the printable vinyl, but I've been using the staple sticker paper. It's about $18 for 30 sheets, and I haven't had a problem with the quality yet, so I'm going to be sticking with that. As for the regular glossy laminate, I use the Scotch cold laminate sheets, and you can get them in like a huge roll, and I just had my boyfriend cut them to size for me. So, and then the laminate that we're going to be using today is this one that I bought from Misty Figs on Etsy, and I'll link that below. They have a bunch of cute laminates that they have for sale, and I'm just using the cracked ice design. And I really love it. It's so cute. Okay, to start off with setting up everything. So I'm in Design Space now. We're gonna open up new project. And the reason I'm making this tutorial is because there are tons of sticker tutorials out there for the Cricut, but I was unable to find one that really suited my needs for a tutorial. So I'm hoping that this could help someone who's in a very similar situation. So we're gonna go into new. Oh, we are in new. I apologize for that. That was a little stupid. So we're gonna open up the file that we want to make as a sticker. So I'm a digital artist, and a lot of the tutorials I found were talking about how it's best to use an SVG for anything. And I totally agree with that. I have used SVGs before, but the only issue I have is it's pretty tricky to turn your artwork from another program, I use Paint Tool Sai, into an SVG. So I haven't had any issues with just going into Illustrator and creating an outline, a hand-drawn outline, and then making that into a sticker. The quality isn't as great, but from a distance and, you know, even close up, you can't really tell. As long as you have that clean line from Illustrator, the outline, there shouldn't be any problems cutting, because if you do have kind of like a jagged line from the pixels in any other program, she's gonna take a little longer to cut. Honestly, as long as the file is, I've found bigger, is at least 2 inches, it shouldn't be much of an issue. Just play around with it, see what works. And this is the file we're gonna be going with today. As you can see, you could select and erase anything, but she's already transparent. This cute little dragon that I did, that I finished up last night. So we're gonna want to go into print and cut image. And on a laptop, it is, or a PC, it is already named. If you're on your phone, which print and cut does not work on your phone, you're gonna have to name it, but that's okay. So now we're going to go and just insert that one. And it's a pretty big file, so it might take a second, and it's gonna be huge, but yeah, there we go. So we're just gonna want to resize that up here. To make sure the image is selected. See, it's telling me like, whoa, your file is gigantic, and I'm like, I know. So we're gonna wanna make it a size that we want. So let's make it like 3 inches. So now, it's still kind of big, that's a big sticker, but that's okay. So now we're gonna go into, I'm gonna press Control C, or you could just do duplicate on here, and it will duplicate it for you. But I just find it easier to do this. And this is where you kind of play around with how many will fit on one page. Usually it's only a few because print and cut can only do a certain size, which I find kind of annoying because it does waste a good amount of, not a good amount, but it does waste some paper, and I'm like, I want all this real estate. Oh, and then I can just make it, and now it's loading. So we're just gonna wait. Alright, there we go. So, okay, it looks like I did a perfect amount. So, as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stickers on here. And we're gonna click continue. And we're going to want to send it to the printer. So, alright, we're going to turn the Cricut on first. Excuse the mess in the background. We just got back from a vendor fair and haven't been able to clean anything up yet because we're going again this weekend. So, we're opening her up. Look how cute she is. We have a fine point blade in. And we're going to send to printer. Alright, now we're just gonna do one copy just to see how everything just to see how everything comes out. I have the sticker paper loaded in. Excuse the dust, please. I have the sticker paper loaded in face down, because that's how my printer prints. And we're just gonna print. If you want to use the system dialog, you can. It just brings up all the printer options. You can choose how you want your images to print, like on photo paper, glossy paper. I already have that set up for my printer, so I don't need to use the dialogue. So now we just wait for her to print. So now it's all printed. Came out super cute. Always remember that the colors are going to be darker on paper when you're making your image. So now I'm going to show you my settings for the material. So I do laminated sticker, and this is what I chose for it. Where is it? Sorry, I need to sing the ABCs in my head right now. So these are the settings that I made for laminated sticker. I made the pressure pretty hard because I found that it gives it a really nice die cut this way. And even though I made the pressure that hard, I still always do more pressure. Only because I just found that way it gives a very nice die cut. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys how I prep it on the mat and how I put the laminate on. So this is the light grip mat. So, alright, we're gonna be sideways for a little bit. What I do is you have to put it right here. Right at the top left corner, or if that part isn't sticky anymore, you can do it, flip it around and do the top left corner. Right now, mine is nice and sticky because it's a mat. And move this back a little bit again. Okay, So now we're gonna get on to how to laminate it. So the same applies for the regular laminate, but I'm gonna be using this one. So you want to avoid getting it on the lines as much as you can, because this is what the Cricut reads in order to cut it in the right spot. What you want to do is I align it just inside, and then I take a Sharpie and mark where I am going to cut the laminate. So I'm gonna cut that. Okay, so now I cut it and it is perfectly inside. Now we're going to just peel the laminate. If you're having trouble peeling it, you could just kind of bend the corner a little bit and it should lift. So we're gonna peel it. Please, oh my god, ignore my fingernails. I'm sorry. I don't have any nails on right now, so I'm giving my nails a little breather. So I like to peel it just a little bit, and then I bend the back for easy application. So now we're going to just align it, and I always try and put one side down first and then flatten it to avoid any air bubbles. And we just got one anyway, so that's gonna be a little bit annoying. Okay, this was not a smooth application. We'll see if we can fix that. So now we just, and I like to just kind of like walk it through with my hand, my fingers. And now, as you can see down here, we've got some air bubbles, and it's really annoying. So I kind of try to use my finger as opposed to the squeegee scraper thing, because that kind of, it does kind of add lines. I use it on the I use it on the other laminate because I don't mind the kind of finish it gives off. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of B grade stickers here, but that's okay. That didn't come off how I was expecting it to. That's okay, because everyone makes mistakes. So now, as you can see, it's kind of covering the line a little bit, which is exactly what I was hoping would happen. And I'll show you exactly how I fixed that. We have some matte tape. Does not matter what brand, it just has to be matte. Some people will just take it and just put it on, and that works for them. But I've noticed that my Cricut has been having a little bit of trouble doing that. So what I found works, and this kind of avoids wasting a lot of tape too, is I will just take a Sharpie over the matte tape. Just kind of fill in that line as straight as you can. It's okay if you go a little over, she'll still be able to read it and know where the line is. So I just kind of make sure to really darken that line. And then if she still has trouble reading the line, just repeat the process to make it as dark as you can. So let's just make sure that the line is not covered anywhere else. And it is not. And we're just going to flatten this a little bit more. I'm just using my hand because, again, like I said, so this one also might end up B grade because I don't know the border of where the line is or where it's going to cut, but the the rest should end up okay. I'm hoping. Also, sometimes these kind of like air bubbles will go away after it cuts because it kind of releases the laminate into a smaller section. So if you can understand what I mean. So it's like there is a spot for the air bubbles to go, as opposed to like right now they're kind of like stuck. So we're going to... Sorry about the birds. I hope you can still hear me because I don't feel like re-recording this. So we're gonna get into the actual cutting. Okay, so now that the laminate's on, we're just gonna pop this in, and since everything's loaded, I'm gonna press the load button. You know, press the C, and she's gonna read the line. Okay, so she saw that one. Too. You do want to pay attention when they do this. Okay, she saw it. It's good. Good sign. Saw that. And saw that. Good. Okay, so she saw them all. Now we're just gonna wait for her to cut everything out. So now we're going to just release that and make sure everything's okay. And let's turn autofocus back on. So now you can see she cut everything. Let's see if that one turned out okay. I think it did. Yeah. It does look like she missed the mark a little bit on some of them, but that's okay. We could always just fix that. As I mentioned before, mistakes do happen, and I'm going to be troubleshooting this. I'm not quite sure. It might be an issue with the file, but these are all going to be B grades, but that's basically what the process is of making stickers. Sometimes it's a lot of troubleshooting. So don't expect to just start making stickers and selling them. You definitely you're going to be going through a lot of troubleshooting and figuring out what works and what doesn't work, and you know, files and sizes and everything like that. Okay, so I just wanted to update everyone. I did fix it. It thankfully wasn't a calibration issue because I really hate calibrating the machine. So I'm going to just show you quick. I'm on my phone now because I didn't feel like taking the camera back out because it's also dead. So I'm just going to show you what I did. So I'm just going to insert the image. And I'm just going to make it 3 inches again. Okay, so here we go. This is the image we have. So basically what I did was I created an offset. So you go here, and usually I do the rounded corners, but for this case I'm using the sharp corners because of the geometric pattern. And I set it to 0.111 because I didn't want it to be so big. So now doing that, you click apply, and it's going to be black. And now since it's print and cut, you're going to want to change it to white. So now you can see that. So now then you're going to want to select both of them, click attach and flatten, and now it's going to print and cut as one image. This is the final product, and I'm in love. And let's turn the flash on, cause damn, she's cute. Look at that. So I really hoped this helped, especially with troubleshooting, and If you have any questions, just comment below. I'm gonna do my best to answer them. And I'm planning on making these into t-shirts and putting them on masks, so if you would like to see that video, or those videos, just let me know, and I will definitely do that. So, have a great day, stay safe everyone, and I love you all.
Down and we hold it up, don't make a sound, I'll be pulling up and we pulling off so lit. See us on tour, we rage on stage, whole club go back.